Stardust and Secrets. Chapter 1. A Chance Encounter. Underneath a sky brimming with stars, I sat hunched over my sketchpad in the quiet solitude of the observatory gardens, pencils dancing across paper as they chased the whimsical paths of celestial bodies. The soft rustle of leaves and distant hum of city life provided an enchanting symphony that harmonized with the staccato rhythm of my breaths. It was here, beneath this canopy of twinkling lights, where I felt closest to myself. Lila, a young artist yearning for her brush with fame yet suffocating under the weight of family expectations and societal pressures to conform. My parents, though well-intentioned in their pursuit of success, often overlooked my dreams amidst the cacophony of financial security they sought to provide. The stars above were a reminder that there was more than what could be seen or touched. They whispered secrets I longed to capture on canvas. As I leaned back against a weathered stone bench, the crickets became my chorus, their serenade interrupted by footsteps approaching from behind. A figure emerged from the shadows. An elderly man with eyes as ancient as the cosmos and skin that held the warmth of countless suns. Elias, his name whispered in the night breeze, exuded a mystique I couldn't resist. He wore no hat or coat, inviting the night's chill to mingle with his wispy hair and weathered shoulders, giving him an ethereal aura, as if plucked straight from a tale spun around campfires. "What do you see up there?" he asked, nodding toward the heavens. I turned, startled, my eyes finding solace in the creases of his face etched by time and wisdom. "The universe is full of stories," I replied, gesturing vaguely at the starfield. Elias nodded thoughtfully as we fell into a comfortable silence, sharing moments with each other under the celestial ballet above. His tales of love and loss, woven from ancient myths, transported me beyond our small patch of concrete amidst concrete jungle. With every shared laugh, I found myself entranced by his presence. He spoke not of himself, but through the stories, revealing fragments of a life rich in experience without revealing its entirety. Weeks passed, and Elias became an unlikely confidant, appearing whenever my brush strokes required guidance or solace. His narratives wove tales that painted vivid landscapes within me. The siren's call to the Andromeda galaxy, the celestial dance of two stars destined for collision yet embracing it with arms outstretched. These encounters culminated in conversations that straddled hours past moonset and dawn's tentative first light. One evening, as constellations blazed overhead, Elias invited me to join him atop a hill overlooking the city. Underneath the dome of 1,000 stars, he pulled from his pocket an antique pocket watch and said, "Make a wish," the tick-tock of the mechanism echoing in harmony with my beating heart. The night's magic propelled me into his arms as we gazed out together, our dreams intertwining like celestial bodies. As I whispered mine, to find the courage to pursue art without apology. He smiled with eyes that seemed to hold countless tales and leaned close. "Never underestimate your desire." Elias' words lingered long after we parted ways, echoing in my waking hours as much as sleep's embrace. He appeared again, each time a little closer. Our laughter echoed back at us during midnight strolls or under starbursts of vivid color at dawn. My studio transformed into an oasis for both of us, filled with sketches inspired by our nocturnal conversations. His past remained shrouded in mystery, though I sensed it was laced with as much beauty as the galaxies we often spoke of. Yet, there was a sense of peace in his presence that intrigued and calmed me, like a gentle breeze on a moonless night. Elias' pastels were my muse, and the way he painted the world made me dream bigger without needing to say it aloud. One fateful evening, as Orion's belt stood sentinel overhead, he led me through winding paths and forgotten corners of our city to a hidden gallery. "For you," he said, handing me an original. A swirling vortex of color named Aurora Borealis. The painting was my rebirth, a testament to the power of dreams untamed. Emotions I had locked away since childhood stirred within me at its sight. Elias' gaze held depths I yearned to explore, as if every star we'd spoken about held another tale waiting to be heard. We danced between sentences and silent moments beneath the celestial map above. One such pause was shattered by the unmistakable tick of his pocket watch, a reminder that time had brought us together for more than just chance encounters. He closed my hand over it. "Meet me here tomorrow night." My pulse raced as he vanished into the night, leaving me with an artifact I dared not question too closely. Underneath that starry canvas, our connection felt inevitable. Though I knew nothing of Elias beyond a name whispered on the wind. Chapter 2. Shadows of the Past. In the following nights, the pocket watch remained my constant companion, leading me to secret corners of town where love poems were carved into walls or street artists painted dreams in alleyways. Elias appeared as promised, sharing tales with each new destination. Yet, beneath his words lay an unspoken depth that tantalized me. Curiosity fueled the dawn of a new day when he ventured too far from the planned routes. Toward the city's oldest observatory. Dusty tomes lined shelves, and I sensed a library hidden behind locked doors. "Come," Elias called, unlocking the entrance with a small key that had been in his pocket since before we met. As we explored, his love for knowledge and poetry intertwined like branches on an ancient tree. A leather-bound book fell from his hands, pages fluttering to life. His eyes searched mine as if asking permission to reveal more than just stories. My hand found its way into his with a tentative grip, and he opened the tome. The Stargazer's Journal. Each entry bore witness to love, longing, and the cosmic dance between lovers. I recognized them as my own sketches. Elias' eyes locked onto mine, a knowing smile tugging at the corners before he closed it. "You drew those." My heart, already enthralled by his voice, skipped beats as realization dawned. We walked in silence, the weight of shared secrets settling between us like an unspoken challenge. As we strolled further, the city transformed into a canvas illuminated by streetlights casting long shadows behind us. Elias' eyes held an intensity one couldn't define but felt deeply personal. "Why do you weave these tales?" I asked, and in that moment, I wished upon the stars he'd chosen us to witness tonight. For him to trust me with his. The night air seemed to vibrate as he spoke of love stories through the ages, each a testament to the human condition. "Not all can be shared," he said softly before disappearing into the labyrinthine paths once more. His absence stretched out like an unresolved chapter in our story. Days blurring together, I found myself on the gallery rooftop where we first met. An etching of Andromeda awaited me. Two hearts locked in a dance through space and time. In this hidden sanctuary, under an unspoken pact to keep his secrets, Elias whispered, "Run your fingers over it." In that moment, understanding danced in my grasp like stardust on the cusp of becoming reality. A message arrived with dawn's first light. Meet him at the old observatory again. This time, a letter adorned the page. For being brave enough to dream. The pocket watch was now two parts of one mechanism on my wrist, ticking towards an unseen meeting point. The night we were to part ways forever loomed near as I stood before him, heart in each chamber of the pocket watch now pulsating with shared secrets. "Promise me you'll paint under a starlit sky." It was all he asked, and when our gazes met, a decision was made. Come sunrise, beneath that very celestial map painted by Andromeda's ethereal light. As dawn broke, My sketchbook opened to the first page of its life amidst an ocean of stardust-tinged hues. The world outside was remade with colors I'd yet to learn about and a message scrawled across one corner. For you. My fingers left a path on each new page as though guided by unseen hands, a language understood only between us. We sat together, creating under the same sky he first invited me to dream big with him, our art intertwining like cosmic strings. In that silent dance of creativity, I knew there was more than just a connection between two dreamers. It was an alignment of souls. Chapter 3. A Love Beyond the Stars. A message arrived by moonlight. Meet at the pier where the world and dreams meet, echoing his first message. Upon arrival, he stood beside me, pocket watch ticking in sync with my racing heart. He handed over the timepiece, then vanished into the darkness before I could protest. The mechanism's rhythm was our heartbeat now, tied to an unseen force as much as love itself. Weeks passed, and I painted under starlight without fail. Each canvas bore witness to a tale yet unheard, until that fateful night when I opened my eyes to an invitation penned in his familiar script. Marry me. The proposal unfolded with the dawn's first breath. Beneath Andromeda's ethereal light. My sketchbook was filled with what only two lovers, bound by cosmic strings, could envision together. I nodded, and we exchanged vows, our love a silent chorus of stardust against time. The watch now bore both our names, its rhythm echoing between the beats of two hearts. Days turned into weeks as life unfolded with purpose. Together, in this quiet dance under starry skies, my art flourished under his guidance. Yet, I couldn't shake off an unsettling feeling. There were stories hidden within him he still kept to himself. The pocket timekeeper now on our shared wrist seemed to pulse in sync with every heartbeat, a reminder of the cosmic bond binding us. It was also a constant reminder of unspoken truths, dreams yet unseen and tales untold. One night, I asked about his past, heart pounding like the mechanism now our own. The watch fell silent as he spoke of loss, love, and a love that had shaped him into the man painting my starlit world. His voice carried on the wind. It was for me he'd found peace after losing the love of his life, his muse in another time. We stood together, the pocket watch still between us, as an unseen force tied our hearts and souls in a silent dance. It wasn't just about our connection but lives once lived and those yet to be painted on our shared canvas. Each beat echoed louder than before, promising more tales to come. The world we knew was not the only one we inhabited. Our cosmic bond bridged dimensions, connecting us across time as lovers do when all they need is a single glance. Elias' hand found mine on his heart and I felt his pulse quicken under my fingertips. He spoke of those left behind, an eternal love transcending realms. In that moment, the pocket watch stopped, suspended between us as if waiting for permission to tick towards new beginnings. My fingers traced the lines etched into its surface. A dance between worlds, hearts once entwined by stars and now rekindled by human touch. He took my hand and guided me toward an astral ladder, leading us up and through a hidden observatory, where the sky echoed our silent understanding. We were no longer star-crossed lovers but cosmic explorers. His hand found mine on his chest once more, then moved it to his shoulder blade. There was an intricate tattoo of stars from Andromeda, our shared constellation etched into him by the love that had transcended time and space. The pocket watch hummed, as if ready for a new chapter in lives intertwined across realms. In this hidden observatory, he told me of their celestial dance and those left behind. We were now his love's legacy to us both. cosmic explorers painting under starlight skies, connected by an unseen force, weaving tales of stardust. His breath became mine as I placed my hand over the Andromeda constellation on his skin, connecting our heartbeats and souls in a silent dance across dimensions. The world we knew faded behind us while we embraced, ready for the next chapter. Together, beneath starlight skies yet unknown to human eyes, painting tales of cosmic strings that bound hearts.